Hello, it's Meg. Look at this ominous, like, plain white box. It's like, it's very suspenseful, is it not? Anyway, but you know what it is, because it's literally in the title, so whatever. What if I opened this box and it was the wrong deck? I mean, that could totally happen. Sorry my nails are really gross. I just cannot be arsed. Is that what they say? To do anything with them. Anyway, I was bored the other day, and I think also like avoiding doing exposure therapy. So I went through, oh no, where's my notebook? Oh no, it's upstairs. Well, let me go grab that, because that's where I have like 6 pages of notes to do a walk through this deck. BRB. Okay, hello, I've returned. Okay, so I'm gonna probably say some names wrong. Oh my gosh, I hope it's in order. Wow, it could very well not be. Let's see if I also need to do that. Oh, thank God it's in order. Okay. So these are the backs. And it's an NPC deck, the Bhagavad Gita Tarot. So it just comes... Sometimes they don't come in a box. This one did. And I appreciate it. Or maybe I ordered it, actually. Never mind. Maybe it didn't. I don't remember. It's been a really long time. So I have... Like I said, 6 pages of notes. I'm just gonna read my notes. I'm not gonna like say anything more. I think there were some aspects that I wanted to elaborate on, but I just want to do this. I want to do it. Let's do it. Here are the backs, and here is the first card. So the major arcana is not numbered, and it's different. So I numbered them. I think that if I could do it all over again, I would number them next to the word and not in the corner. I think that that's a choice that I would have made that was different. When I was doing it, I was like, it's an NPC deck. How much could it cost? It's like a $40 deck. And then I did it. I was like, oh well. It's okay. So that's just a suggestion if you end up getting this deck. So I'm probably going to say a lot of the words wrong. And for that, I apologize. It would be really cool if someone who knew things actually and knew how to say the words and stuff would make this video instead, but I'm just gonna do it because I want to, because I did all this work and I did it for myself and I did it for fun. So this is Jiva. I don't know if that's how you say that. It's the fire, big sparks, everlasting humbleness, immortal essence of a living being. So this is the Fool card. And this, what I also did, you guys, I Google image searched all of the images in this deck too. So when I know what it is an image of or from, I will also say that. This is a portrait of a golden prince. Sometimes the images have nothing to do with like the thing that it says on it or the passage or anything like that. This is Narada Muni, the magician, traveling musician and storyteller, carries news and enlightening wisdom, born with the knowledge of past, present, and future, and a universe traveler. Not just like a traveler, like this person's traveling through the universe. There was a really cool, I also watched YouTube videos, stories of all of, of all the things that I could find. And there was a cool story about how Narada Muni became, you know, why they travel. Vrinda Devi, this is the goddess of devotion. She plans Krishna's time and is also related to Tulsi or holy basil herb. So Tulasi Devi, sorry. That, I don't know how true that is. It's just like some information that I saw on the internet that I thought was interesting because I really like holy basil, the plant. It is a helpful adaptogen, and it tastes really good. It's a very lovely tea. So that is our high priestess. Radha is our empress, of course. Chief consort of Krishna, the avatar of Lakshmi, and chief of the gopis, who are the milkmaids. Also, I'm doing a rune study right now with a group, and I'll link all that information below. We've just started, and when we were doing Fehu and Urus, it was like milkmaids, man, so many milkmaids. Also, I don't know if you can see these cards very well because maybe I'm too far away. But anyway, our emperor is Lord Brahma, the creator, the grandfather, and there was an interesting choice. So there's the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. He has 4 heads, which is for the 4 Vedas and the 4 cardinal directions, and his little goose companions here, very cute. So I can't remember why I thought it was an interesting choice. I think it was because sort of the empress and the emperor usually have like, not usually, but maybe they have like a relationship in like this story or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Because Lord Brahma is like the old gods, you know? The Brahmin for the Hierophant, the priestly class in in a religious teacher. Okay, sorry. I don't know how to say a caste system. Anyway, the lovers. This is a picture of Radha and Krishna, and it's so beautiful. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Our chariot is just like a picture of a chariot. But I Google image searched, and it's the Kurukshetra war from yes. And it's the foundation of the Bhagavad Gita, the story. Also, you know, if you know about this stuff and I'm wrong, comment below. Be nice, but, you know, just say it. This is the information that I got from, you know, the internet. Strength, this is just an Indian folk hero. Maharana Pratap from the 1500s. That's who this is an image of. But again, I don't really know, because some of the images don't like fit together. I don't know if they just like found sort of like a similar style of art and just like picked those, like, oh, this like looks like it symbolizes strength, you know, or if they knew, the person who made this like knew that. It'd be cool if they actually made a video of the deck. The Renunciate. This is our Hermit. Giving up worldly attachments in order to achieve spiritual enlightenment or liberation from the recurring cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And this is, wait, what does it say? Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 3. And then maybe that's like what the image is from. I did this like a week ago where I took all these notes, so it's not like super fresh. But I also don't think that it really matters, like as long as you understand. Like, you don't have to know who any of these people are, you know? The Wheel of Fortune is Karma, Avi. Justice is Krishna. This is a cute little, more cows, love it, cow pics. The Hangman is Entangled. And this is Krishna and King Kansa. So that's the image from this, and that's a story if you wanted to. I can also like post maybe links below to the YouTube videos that I watched about these stories also. Because I'm not super familiar. But, you know, maybe Janaki knows. Janaki, you make this video. The Death card is demoniac. Yeah, so it's just demons fighting over an animal in this image. It was actually like a really easy image to find. Perhaps another interesting choice. Temperance is Shiva, destroyer, transformer, overcome inner demons and embrace the shadow within through self-awareness, self-awakening, and self-control. Darkness into light, both within and around us. So that's cool. That's maybe like one where it helps to know that, I guess, to understand like the choice. The Devil is Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. So maybe just like the god of obstacles. The Tower is Durga. And Durga in Sanskrit means a fort or a secure or protected place. Isn't that cool? I didn't actually know that before. So that's a really cool choice, I think. Like at first it's like, okay, but like, that's so cool. 17, the star is Garuda. This is the mount of the god Vishnu. So I don't like really get it. But again, comment below if you know, if you understand. I just like don't know all these stories very well. Like I've read the Bhagavad Gita, but I just don't have the memory like that. Also, I think it's different when we like grow up with these stories and stuff like that. And like, I think that in school we learn, you know, Greek myths. But even then, very minimally, you know? Anyway. 18, the moon is Govardhan, Krishna, that which increases the senses, also a mountain. Oh, so this is Krishna holding this mountain to protect these people. I watched the story. It was really cool. So I kind of like that as like the moon. I'll link this one below. Hopefully I remember to. It was a cool one. It has to do with the other story too that I mentioned before. The sun is Saraswati, and that's like creativity, and she has a little goose mount too, I think. That's a goose. 20, judgment, is Grihastha. And this is, okay, so this is interesting. Judgment. So this word means a householder, and it's like second stage of life. So in the tradition, it's like part of it is becoming a householder and having children, and like that's one option. Like there's also the renunciation, but this is like an also a path, you know? I don't know. I think that's really interesting actually. World is Lakshmi. Wealth, fortune, power transcend material wealth for spiritual progress. 4 hands, 4 goals. I just wrote that. And the 4 goals are also listed, but I'm not going to say them. Okay, Ace of Coins. Bhagavad Gita 4.22. So this is an image of Shiva and Sati in lotus blossom. And okay, so I did also mark down in my copy of the Bhagavad Gita where they are. So 4.22. He who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions. That is the Ace of Coins. And then there was like another one interpretation online. This is the Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is the one that already had, but also the one that they had us get for yoga teacher training too. But I also wrote down this really long description that I think I'm going to read because I wrote it down, so I might as well. So this is like someone's interpretation of that translation. Just like there are 2 sides to a coin, so too God created this world full of dualities. There is a day and night, sweet and sour, hot and cold, rain and drought, etc. The same rosebush has a beautiful flower and also an ugly thorn. Life too brings its share of dualities, happiness and distress, victory and defeat, fame and notoriety. Lord Ram himself, in his divine pastimes, was exiled to the forest the day before he was to be crowned as the king. While living in this world, nobody can hope to neutralize the dualities to have only positive experiences. Then how can we successfully deal with, sorry, my handwriting is bad, deal with the dualities that come our way in life? The solution is to take these dualities in stride by learning to rise above them in equal pose in all situations. This happens when we develop attachment to the fruits of our actions, concerning ourselves merely with doing our duty in life without a yearning for the results. Yes, okay. When we perform works for the pleasure of God, we see both positive and negative fruits of those works as the will of God and joyfully accept both. Okay, I really liked that. I was like I wrote it down and then I put like an exclamation point and like some like yes little notes next to it. I think that's like a really interesting idea for the Ace of Coins too, like as like this foundation, you know, like it's not, there's not a duality, you're coming back to like this one like thing, right? 2 of Coins. A lot of the cards are just beautiful art and there's nothing on them to really say, but as long as you can read tarot, like 2 of Coins, you know what that means. There's also like a balance in both sides here in the picture. So 3 of Coins, this is a it's collaboration, and it's like these women on it's women on a terrace is the name of this painting. 4 of coins, Bhagavad Gita 18.27. Let me get to that. The worker who is attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be the mode of passion. And I also noted in this sattvic, like as like the goal, and this is like this person being more, if we're talking about like the modes and stuff, rajasic. Okay, 5 of coins. Bhagavad Gita 18.49. One who is self-controlled and unattached and who disregards all material enjoyment can obtain, by practice of renunciation, the highest perfect stage of freedom from reaction. I wrote some stuff. Running away from responsibilities is not renunciation. Karma yogis do their duties, putting in best effort as an act of worship of God. But they leave the final outcomes in his hands and are thus contented and undisturbed with whatever happens. Detachment from outcome, despite being immersed in the incessant stream of events in the world. And I really like that for 5 of coins, actually. I think that's cool. I really have to do some karma yoga today in the form of dishes. Okay, 6 of coins is Bhagavad Gita 18.5. I have the one I wrote down. I also have a note here that most of these paintings are Mughal era paintings, because that's like a thing that would come up all the time when I was doing that. Anyway, so in this, the Bhagavad Gita as it is, it says, "O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has achieved this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in the way I shall now summarize." It's based upon sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. They must certainly be performed. Indeed, acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are purifying even for those who are wise. Which is very cool. 6 of coins also, actually. Oh, you know what I wanted to do, which I'm not doing, is have it be side by side with the RWS. Should I do that? Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Oh my gosh, is this in order? Queen. Yes. Oh my gosh, it is. Okay. So that's cool. I'm just gonna see which side is better. I'm gonna do it like this. I can't believe this. This is amazing. So where are we at? Put these over here. Here's the 6 of coins and what I read. Maybe I liked that for 7 of coins, actually. Wait, that's 5. This is 6. Yeah. That's what I did like this for 6. Oh my gosh. Embarrassing. Okay. All right, we're back. We're ready. 7 of coins. This is just, I found this image, but it didn't really say much about it. I did learn that this is called a howdah, I think, and it's really not good for elephants. I don't like that. I love elephants. But anyway. Okay. 8 of coins. This is Humayun. Man, my handwriting is really bad. But he actually, what I found about him was that he died falling from the steps of his library, which is like, you know, definitely a way to go. Also maybe like an 8 of coins, way to go. Just working. 9 of coins, 14.9. When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to all those modes, he attains my spiritual nature. Okay, so let's see here. 9 of coins. The mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions him to the fruits of action, and ignorance to madness. And this is another like sattva, tamas, rajas sort of thing. 10 of coins. Just beautiful, beautiful images. Princess of coins. This is a cover of the book Waiting for Tansen. That's what I found out about this image. And the knights are, the court cards are usually just like images of people. The Queen of Coins. And this is a Mughal king. Okay, hell yeah. Ready? Ace of Wands. Ace of... Fuck. Hold on. Okay, swords. Ace of Swords. This is a Parari painting, circa 1750, of Chinnamasta Queen. She's a Mahavidya, giver of peace. So there is no Bhagavad Gita thing, but I have like, I wrote a bunch of stuff. So let's read it. The serpent heads... Okay, let's see. There's a serpent here. The serpent sheds its skin without dying. And this is taken from the because this image was on Chinnamasta's Wikipedia page. So I just read that. So I'm citing Wikipedia. Awesome. The head is celebrated as a mark of identity as well as a source of the seed. Thus the self-decapitation represents the removal of Maya, illusion or delusion, physical attachment, false notions, ignorance, and egoism. Scimitar. I don't know how to say this. Also signifies severance of these obstacles to moksha, the emancipation. Jnana, wisdom, and self-realization. The goddess also denotes discriminating perception. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords allows the devotee to gain a consciousness that transcends the bonds of physical attachment to the body and the mind by self-sacrifice. One interpretation suggests her three eyes represent the sun, the moon, and fire, while another links the third eye to transcendental knowledge. Unlike other Hindu deities, this is important, who are depicted facing the devotee, Chinnamasta looks at herself, prompting the devotee to look within themselves. And then there's like Kundalini ideas and Sushumna ideas in this too. So freaking cool, man. I'm so sorry. I love... She's one of my faves. I have like a bunch of pictures of her on my walls. Anyway, Two of Swords. This is Mirabai, a devotional poet. Love. I have one of her books that I kept in my backpack for a long time. Three of Swords, Bhagavad Gita 12:17. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. It's kind of nice. Four of Swords, chillin'. Five of Swords, Bhagavad Gita 2.63. Where are we at? From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. And then I have a bunch of other interpretations or translations of that as well. And this is an image of Parashurama killing Sahasrarjuna. Rama with the axe, Vishnu in his sixth avatar. Six of Swords. Yeah, same image really. That's this. Seven of Swords. Okay, this one's cool. Seven of Swords, a lady comes to her lover's house in a rainstorm. That's the name of this painting. It's like a little sneaking around sort of image. Eight of Swords, Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. That's what it says here. Let's see if there's a different one. What it says in the book. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Yeah. Okay, cool. It says the same thing. So this is Gajendra Moksha. Vishnu came to earth to protect Gajan the elephant from the clutches of a crocodile, and then Gajendru achieves moksha or liberation from the cycles of death and rebirth. So it's a Vishnu coming to rescue this elephant. Nine of Swords, Bhagavad Gita 5.22. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to contact with the material senses. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery which are due to contact with material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. 10 of Swords. This is Shakti, Kali, and Demon Rakta Bij, which is what the painting is of, it says. And this has no Bhagavad Gita thing. I'm gonna take these out because I feel like they're just like a little bit distracting when it's really just about this. So we have the Page or Princess of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And I did find these paintings too. They're a lot of like Mughal prince on horse. And then the Queen of Swords is Durga. And the King is Prince with Falcon. And then the Ace of Sticks, or Wands, is Gujari Ragnini, an ascetic. Or just, that's, okay, don't know what that first part means, but this is, that's what that is. Okay. Learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him with reverence and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. 2 of Sticks. Those deluded by the gunas, qualities of nature, the raja, sattva, tamas, which is what we have been talking about. Bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached, but the wise should not unsettle them. Although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. Okay, this is... I was like looking this up and I couldn't find anything about the painting, only that it's at the British Museum. And I was like, I told the person I live with that. And he was like, oh, how'd it get there? Like, you know, how'd it get there? So that's a thing. 3 of Sticks, or 3 of Wands, the chakras of the subtle body. The Shishumna. I actually pulled this card. It was the second time I pulled this card in the same day, and it's really similar to like the Mary L interpretation too of the 3 of Wands, and just in general, I think it's very interesting. I mean, it's cool. It's, yeah, feels good, man. 4 of Sticks. This is, there we go. People partying down. Actually, I'm not sure that that's actually what that image is. I couldn't really find information about it. 5 of Sticks is Bhagavad Gita 13.8 to 12. Let me see here if I can find it. It's easier for me to read this text rather than my handwriting. And this is the celestial nymph pleads with the sage, which is very like a beautiful idea. Humility, pridelessness, nonviolence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, abundance of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. The material mind is dirty since endless lifetimes. Purify it with the fire of longing for God while practicing utmost humility. 6 of Wands is the Bhagavad Gita 3.21. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Yes. I really like that a lot. I think that's really cool for the 6 of Wands also. Just like doing what you can do. And setting an example. With joy and love. 7 of Wands, Bhagavad Gita 5.11. This is Vishnu and the 5-headed cobra, Shisha. Let me see if I can find the page. What have I done? The yogis, abandoning attachment, act with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses only for the purpose of purification. I actually don't... I watched the story and I left page here to like write it down, but I didn't do that. I was over it. I literally spent an entire day doing this. Was done. 8 of Sticks. This is Rama and Sita return to Ayodhya in the vehicle Pushpaka. It's the cover of the Myths and Legends of India book, too. Swiftness. Gotta swiftly get home. 9 of Sticks. Krishna abducts Rukmini, which is not actually... When I was reading about this and watching some videos, it's not really what happened, and it's more about like having choice, I think. That's what was said, but I'm not really thinking about its correspondence. I'm just trying to get it all out. Because if I make this video, then I can watch it myself and be like, oh, you know? But right now it's just a bunch of random information. 10 of Sticks or Wands is Bhagavad Gita 18.7. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be the mode of ignorance. I really like this a lot, because I feel like when you hear a lot of the other things, you know, like the last one that was like the Bhagavad Gita 13.8 to 12, where he's like, nothing matters, just me, and stuff like that. But then now we're getting to the part where it's like, well, actually you also need to do these things. Like, if this is your duty, you have to do your duty, right? Karma yoga, which we were talking about before. And I like that for the 10 of Sticks. It's like, the difficulty and the struggles, it's still acts of devotion, right? Oops. Princess of Sticks and Page of Wands. Let's see if there's anything about this. Nope. Nope. Just beautiful images, absolutely amazing coloration, just so friggin' nice. The King, and then Ace of Cups, an image of Radha, so beautiful. And then here's Radha and Krishna walking in the moonlight, having exchanged their clothing. What? Scandalous. Love it. Okay, 3 of Cups. This is actually a whole thing. This is the dance. This is the Rasa Leela, the Ras dance. In Krishna Bhakti traditions, it is considered to be one of the most beautiful depictions of soulful love. It's the dance of divine love, which I think is really beautiful. Oh, sorry. Amazing. Now, right? The dance of soulful divine love. Raise your glass to the 4 of Cups. I don't know, 4 of Cups. There it is. 5 of Cups. Bhagavad Gita 5.24. One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the supreme, and ultimately he attains the supreme. And this says the same, and I wrote it down in 2 different things. Okay, comment below about this one. What do you think? That, like what I said, one whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the supreme, and ultimately he attains the supreme. So, like, not looking outside of yourself for the stuff. It's there. Of Cups. Sort of giving that. 7 of Cups. Okay, so this one, I could not get a Google like image search finding this, and I was like, is this a dog's mouth? Because this is what my dog looks like. I was like, what is going on here? So I asked Janaki, who, you know, genius. And she said, she was like, I think it's this guy, and it's Krishna enters the mouth of Aghasura. And then I had to write it on the next page. So King Kamsa, which was in a different card, the defeat sort of thing, made many attempts on the life of Krishna, all of them failing. Then he sent Aghasura to kill Krishna. He assumed the form of the 8-mile-long serpent, disguising his open mouth against a mountain. Cowherd boys enter the mouth of the demon, mistaking it to be a cavern. Krishna entered the serpent upon his arrival and then increases the size of his own body. So then the demon was also increasing his size, but Krishna did it faster and then killed the demon. Sick. How is that 7 of Cups? Interesting. Maybe it's just like a cool image. Editing Meg here. So maybe the cups are the caverns, and when you choose which one, you have to expand yourself to fit inside of it so it doesn't consume you. The demon of the choice? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. They wanted to do. Or let me know what you think. I'm sure I'll have ideas about it later when I'm watching this video and editing it. Okay, 8 of Cups is just sort of like a similar, you know, posture, like silhouetted image. I think that's really cool. 9 of Cups, Bhagavad Gita 18.36 to 7. O best of the Bharatas, now please hear from me about the 3 kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress. So this is 4 women in a palace garden. Everyone desires to be happy, and through their actions they seek fulfillment, peace, and satisfaction. So please hear me about the 3 kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. Oh, yes. That's the, okay. Yes, that's so good. Okay, that's so cool. I'll read it again. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. That's the translation, right? So then like the interpretation or like the further discussion of it says, in the pursuit of self-realization, one has to follow many rules and regulations to control the mind and the senses and to concentrate the mind on the self. All these procedures are very difficult, bitter like poison. But if one is successful in following the regulations and comes to transcendental position, he begins to drink real nectar and he enjoys life. Oh, I love that one. 10 of Cups is Radha and Krishna, The Secret Rendezvous is the name of this painting. Very beautiful. What it, like, so beautiful. Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, just a lovely image. It's a lady under a tree. Some guy with a falcon again. Queen of Cups, Bhagavad Gita 4.38. In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. Doing it. King of Cups. Oh, this was Lady with Messenger Pigeon, by the way. King of Cups is Bhagavad Gita 2.62. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. Okay. Okay, so I love this deck. I've had it for a while, and I usually keep it upstairs, and the reason that I started using it again more often, which isn't very often, I was redoing my little yoga zone. I've been rearranging my whole house. Anyway, let's get a little 3-card check-in. What does the deck think of itself? And then me, and then our relationship. Oh, goodness. There's another deck that someone's making, but it's like Tibetan Buddhism. And I just like love like Eastern art too, so I'll probably get that one as well. And there's like obviously some crossover-ish. Okay. Could shuffle forever. Ace of Coins. What it thinks of itself. Non-dual. That was the Ace of Coins one. So long. What it thinks of me. Knight of Coins. Okay. Rushing towards that non-dual, let's say. And then Princess of Sticks is our relationship. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Do you have this deck? What do you think of it? Please let me know. Or would you want to get it? Just let me know. I just like to hear what you guys think about decks. That's like the point. Just to like chat, you know, about the things we enjoy. Okay,